A warm welcome to the program. Please be reminded that we are live for you in French and in English. And for those on the CanalSat network, you can choose your preferred language using the blue button or the info button on your remote control. Now, let's head straight to Malawi, where election officials have started counting votes in what is considered unpredictable and a stiff challenge for the country's incumbent leader, Peter Mutharika, who is seeking a second five-year term. There were no significant reports of violence as millions trooped to cast their ballots on Tuesday for not just the presidential, but also to elect lawmakers and local councillors. The Southern African country returned to multi-party elections in 1994 after 30 years of authoritarian rule. Ruth.
Right, it should be noted that this is an election with an uncertain outcome, as you said, Jerry, where the outgoing head of state is running for a second term and competing for a significant number of seats in parliament. Now, on social media networks, Malawians welcomed the calm in which the vote took place. But a quick reminder here on some facts about the election. 7 candidates are running for presidency. And so far, the race is between the 3 leading candidates, President Peter Mutharika, his Vice President Salu Shilema, and leader of the largest opposition group, Lazarus Chikwera.
Sundu, our correspondent in Malawi, we are trying to establish connection live to her via video, but we can't. But she's over the phone right now. Thank you very much for joining us, Ivioni.
Thank you so much, Jerry.
All right, so this has been a close race among President Peter Mutharika, his own Vice President Salus Shilima, and Lazarus Chakwera. How do you expect the numbers to be?
At this stage, the numbers are disjointed because vote counting is still going on in most of the polling stations. And then we have, of course, some few polling stations whose results are out. So at this time, we can't have provisional results. And then, according to the Malawi Electoral Commission, which had a press conference earlier this morning, they are saying that official results are going to start being announced once they receive 20% of the data. But as of now, it is only 1.6% of the whole election results that have been tabulated at the National Tally Center in Blantyre. So, by a close of business today, we should be able to see which direction we are heading as a nation.
So how are the political parties reacting to these provisional results?
Since we do not have provisional results as of yet, there hasn't been any communication from the 3 main candidates, that is Lazarus Chakwera of the MCP, the incumbent Peter Mutharika of the Democratic Progressive Party, as well as the Vice President of the UTM. But what is happening now is that party stalwarts of these 3 main candidates, they are sharing information of unofficial results. Initially, I should mention that the Malawi Electoral Commission imposed a ban on the media in terms of them announcing unofficial results, and then that ban was lifted. So because of that lifting of the ban, the media is able to announce unofficial results, which unfortunately are being manipulated by followers of these 3 main parties in their favor. So basically that's what is happening with social media.
So when can we expect official results?
According to the Malawi electoral rules, the results are supposed to be announced within 8 days after voting ends. But then traditionally you find that results are announced a little bit earlier. So there is a possibility that the results, that official announcement might be made Thursday night or perhaps Friday morning. And then obviously we are going to move into preparation for the swearing in of the president-elect.
All right, Yvonne.